Hello, in this video we will go over how to grade an assignment. Once your students have submitted an assignment, under the Grade Center link at the bottom of your course menu, you'll be able to find submissions under the Needs Grading page. This page lists everything that needs to be graded that students have submitted in your course. Assignments will be listed as assignments under the category column. To open up an assignment to grade it, click on the student's name, and their submission should load. If they submit it as a document or presentation file attachment, it should load the submission right in the page and you won't need to download it. Let's take a look at how you can annotate on a student's submission. First, in the upper right corner of the page, click the full screen Click to Maximize button. That's the 4 arrows pointing outward. Then, click the little right arrow to collapse the right pane. That button is right next to the full screen button. Doing this gives you the most room on the screen to see the document and add your annotations and notes. The hand button up along the top allows you to turn your cursor into a hand that when you click and hold down, lets you pull the document up, down, left, or right. The minus and plus signs allow you to zoom in or out on the document. The pen button allows you to scribble on top of the document. So here, if I wanted to choose a red color, I could scribble on my document freeform using my mouse. I can also choose how thick I'd like the line to be using this setting here and dragging that little line. If you click the down arrow next to the pen, you'll see brush. Brush works like a highlighter, where instead of being a solid line, when you draw on top of something, you can see what's underneath it. And you can adjust the transparency of that line by changing the sliding scale button here. If you click the down arrow next to the image insert button, you'll see a stamp option. These are some preloaded stamps that you can embed onto the student's document. So for example, I could click on this green check mark, and when it pulls it onto the page, I can resize it using the little lines on either corner of the image, and I can drag it around using my mouse to put it wherever I want it to be. Now let's take a look at this text comment button. If you click on that button, and then click somewhere on the document, it allows you to add a text comment associated with a particular space. Once you've typed your comment, you can click Save, and your comment has been added. When the student comes to review their work that you've graded, they can click on the little speech icon to pull up what you said. You can use the text box button right up next to the comment button to drop a text box anywhere on the document. Once you click the button, you simply click where you want to type, and you can start typing. You can adjust the font, size, and alignment using the options up at the top of the page. You can use the geometry button here to add different shapes on top of the document if you need to. For example, if I wanted to add a rectangle over something, I could choose the rectangle option and then use my mouse to go from top left corner to bottom right corner, adding the annotation wherever I want it to be. As you add annotations to the page, you're able to delete them by clicking on them and then using the trash can button in the upper right corner. Click OK to confirm and it will be removed. You can also highlight text and add a comment that way. So if I highlight this sentence, I can just add a highlight to it. Or if I highlight some text down here, I can strike through it. I could highlight this and do a underline. I could also do a squiggly underline to indicate the student may have spelled something wrong. Or when I highlight, I can do a text comment associated with my highlight. So if I choose here, it works just like the other type of comment, where I can just click Save, and then it adds a highlight and tells me the comment is connected directly to that string of text. If you'd like to save this annotated document, you can use the print button to print this document through your printer, or you can use the down arrow to save this document as a PDF to your computer. Once you're ready to enter in a grade for the student, you would use the little left arrow button here in the top right corner to open up the right pane, and then use the full screen button to go back to normal view. If a student submitted multiple attachments, you would see them listed here and you could click on them to load them. I'm going to click on this little down arrow slice to open up some more options. If you have not attached a rubric to this assignment, you can click into this box and type in their grade. If you have attached a rubric to the assignment, it will show up here and you'll be able to use this 2 squares button to open up the rubric and start grading. So here I can click in whatever boxes the students landed in, add feedback to them, and as I choose the options and the criteria that they've met, it will automatically tally up the score that the student has earned. If you'd like to override that score, you can type the override score into the box here. If you're happy with that grade, click Save, and you'll see the grade gets pulled in to the attempt box. If you've enabled Safe Assign for this assignment, you'll see the Safe Assign plagiarism report here. If you click on it, it gives you a bit more information about the percentage of the paper that may have been plagiarized. And if you click View Originality Report, it will open a new tab where you can break down exactly where something might have come from. Safe Assign compares the text in this document against many internet sources as well as other submissions students have made through Safe Assign. So here, if I click on this line, it's going to tell me what the original source text was out on the internet. And if I click on this little Open Matching Source button, it will take me to the web page that it came from. Since this is sample text, a lot of it is matching. It's important to review each match to determine if it was plagiarism or if it's just a similar sentence or a quote. It's not smart enough to know, based on a bibliography or works cited page, whether something that they're including in their paper has been sourced or not. As you scroll through the document, you can continue to click through matches and determine whether or not they're valid. Along the right side of the page, under Internet, you'll see a list of the sources that matches were found against. Once you're done reviewing the Safe Assign report, you can close that tab and you'll be brought back into the student submission. Here you can type your feedback to them, and if you'd like to, you can use the paperclip button to attach a file. If you use the little A button here, it opens up a fuller editor where you can have all of the buttons you usually would in Microsoft Word. You'll also notice this little microphone icon. This microphone icon allows you to embed an audio recording of your feedback. So if you click on that button and then allow it access to your microphone, you'll have the option here to just hit record and record audio feedback, or you can choose the enable video option to record video feedback to your student. It will work similar either way. You'll just click the red button to start recording. Once you're done talking, you can just click stop to stop recording, and you're able to listen back to what you said. If you're happy with what you've recorded, you can click Save and Exit, or if you'd like to redo it, you can do Delete Recording. I'll save and exit, and then Insert Recording. So now I have some text and optionally your audio or video feedback, and the last thing you need to do is click Submit to save it. Once you're happy with your annotations, your grade, your rubric, and everything else has been reviewed, click Submit to send this grade to the student. Once an assignment has been graded, you can go to the Full Grade Center and find the column for that assignment to reopen the graded submission. So here I can see this student got a 77, so I would put my mouse over it, click the down arrow that appears, and open up the attempt, and it brings me right back into the screen where I can continue to edit their grade, feedback, or annotations on the document. Students are able to view the grades for their assignments under the My Grades tool on the course menu, so be sure you add that to your site.